Welcome back to the first video for this year of many. Following the coming weeks, I'm going to be breaking down trades that I took and be showing a little bit more of what I do on a day-to-day basis, trading the 1 minute time frame on US30. This trade was on London Open, just like a minute before London Open. It was a very quick, effective, simple trade that I took. So let's just get to it. When I came to the charts, it was around 10 minutes before London Open. And the first thing that I saw was this impulsive move. Now, this impulsive move stood out because we had this impulsive move, then we had a pullback. So this pullback was very important. We didn't pull back to previous structure, or you could say we did, but it didn't touch it. And this pullback also didn't came back. It didn't correct this impulsive move, because this impulsive move basically engulfed the previous range. Like, look how big these 3 candles are compared to like 100 other candles, right? So this impulsive move was important for me. First of all, after we had this pullback, we went up, we took out this high, then we came down again. We failed to break this low. So what does this mean? Well, this is a demand zone. Now, of course, I can see these levels here is demand, and that's why it's so important to see that this stood out to me, because now we had a confirmation of this demand zone on the first touch. Like, even if it just looked like this, you could say that this was a demand zone now, this little impulsive move here. This is Asian session, don't worry about this, by the way. But so we had this demand zone forming a support, demand support, all the same thing, cum si, cum sa. Don't overcomplicate yourself. But now you can say, hey, look, listen, we had 1 touch, 2 touch, 3, 4, 5, 6. We basically had 4 touches on this demand zone, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this tells me that there's a lot of buying power, all right? Because now we have this high, we tested this high, we rejected it, but we didn't break structure. If we broke this low, then I would say these highs, this candle right here took out this high. So now we can continue the bearish trend to take out liquidity over here, here, and here. But we didn't break this low. So this tells me, hey, you know what? This impulsive move had meaning behind it. So there's still a high probability that we can continue up. Now, if I wasn't trading London Open, I probably would have taken a trade somewhere around here or here, depending on where I came to the markets. But like I said, I strictly come London Open, and I only trade London Open and 2 hours on. So I came to the charts at this time, and I waited for candles to either come down to this demand zone or give me an engulfing candle, which we had right here. Why? Because London Open has a lot of volume. Just look at this. This was London Open. London Open candle is right here, and you just look at the volume. So having a 1 to 3 risk reward trade should be easy. So we came down. London still hasn't opened yet, but a minute before London Open, we had this engulfing candle. So in my mind, it's like, hey, you know what? I'm just going to move this. What's the chances of the next candles continuing in that direction? Because if my analysis was right, if this is a new high that we can continue the trend, we might just get this move easily, because we haven't broken a structure. Look at the structure, like it's little steps going up, right? And after this impulsive move, even though there is a little spike then over here as well, you can say this, oh yeah, but this is resistance. But to me, look at the structure level right here. You can say this is support, demand, whatever you might say. We haven't come down, we haven't broken it. So this is a very good area of demand. Now you're just going to hear me talk about support, demand, all the same thing. It's what you put. All right. So this was a very strong level for me. So when we had this engulfing candle near this level, I was like, hey, you know what? I'm going to take this trade, but if I am wrong, there's still going to be a chance for me to take another trade when we come down to this level. And my criteria is met. So if you look on the Williams percentage, we also had a spike down and then up again. So this would have been, this is a textbook trade. This is perfect as can be. Support, supply, demand, all those nitty-gritty things that you're overcomplicating yourself with. This was an easy trade. Yeah, and I didn't really look, to be honest, I also took this trade and I just closed my charts because this was New Year's Day. I literally took the trade. I set my TP. 3 to 1. Like I said, when I trade, my entries are so precise that if I do go into profit and if I do get my take profited, there's a literally an 80% chance that I'm going to get my take profited. So if it's in profit, right? If it goes into drawdown, there's a high probability of me being stopped out, because my trades either go like this. I either take a trade, it goes into profit and gets TP hit, or I take a trade and it's going to be a fake out and I get stopped out immediately. That's the story of my trades. All right, that's how it goes. So this trade was textbook. It was perfect, and more to come for this year. So I'll keep in touch. My Instagram is in the description below, and see you guys in the next video. Cheers.